It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Been about a week since we've been on. The shows are. I think, and Stacks, if you like, are you good with this? Like, kind of like shows on big slates, and maybe like the smaller slates, kind of skipping them a little bit. What you think?
Yeah, I do think it's better for the bigger slates. Like a lot of people don't like the bigger slates. I do, because there's like today there's 8 or 9 games. You don't got to bet 8 or 9, but for me personally, it's easier to find like 1 or 2 or 3 games. I find myself I try to press. For me, like I think I press too much when there's only like 4 or 6 games. But when there's 9 or 8, you can sit back and really dig in and write your shit down and do however you cap games and get all your notes together. And so me personally, I like the bigger slates.
I do too. And like you said, like I feel like sometimes when it's a smaller slate, I might press a little bit, maybe do some stuff that you maybe make a bet that you wouldn't make. Maybe a bet that you wouldn't make if it was a bigger slate. But yeah, we here, getting ready, try to make some money. I'm actually so Stacks. I'm looking at my phone. I'm gonna be like, if I seem like disengaged, I'm waiting for some injury news to come in on that Cavs Blazers game because Avia is questionable. So we'll talk about it. But if he's out, man, I got to take that team total under. So I'm gonna kind of be looking at my phone and just because I know they ain't came out with nothing yet, and I know this game got to start in a couple hours. So just letting y'all know that's one of the plays I got my eyes on before we get into everything. But other than that, man, how's betting going? How's life going? What's good with you, bro?
For once, like I ain't got no complaints. My time about to be freed up a little bit more, so for more shows. So moving forward, even if we decide on a short slate, maybe we just give one best bet out each or something. You know what I mean? Just so there's not no like one show a week type stuff.
Yeah, there's no lags. Yeah, we gonna figure it out. It'd be real nice, man. It'd be real nice if people got alerts when we post it, but obviously that's not the case. We were posting plays on YouTube and wasn't nobody seeing them. So yeah, we gonna figure that out. Even if it's some short videos, or we want to get a little more content out to y'all. But let's get into it, man. It's a nice slate tonight. Yeah, you said 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9 games on the board. So let's hit this first one. Spurs, Magic laying 8 at home. Total sitting at 235.5. Spurs still got, a trio, the same trio of injured players out. Wembanyama, I think it's Castle, and somebody else for them. But they still got their usual guys down. Magic, same thing. No Banchero. They've been playing pretty well. This game in particular, this is not one I had a real strong feel about. I do like the Magic in this spot, but I really didn't look too much into this one. Did you get anything on this one, Stack?
Yeah, I posted this this morning, probably around 7. It was probably like 7:30 this morning Eastern time. Posted it on Twitter. This is one of my stack plays today. I'm on the over Magic Spurs over 234.5. Got that early this morning around, like I said, it was around 7:30 when I posted it on X. And my whole thing is, even outside of the trends, but the trends, the Magic, they done gone over 7 of the last 8 games. And the Spurs done gone over 15 of the last 20 games, or 10 of the last 15 games, my fault. And I just look at it like, for some reason, we talked about it almost every show that Orlando plays. They're playing extremely fast now. And the Spurs, it seems like without Wemby in there, even though they was playing fast with Wemby, but it seemed like Wemby stepped down or went through an injury, and now Fox and Castle was out. So it seemed like they were speeding up. So that's why 10 of the last 15 games that went over. I love this over. Look like it's moving in my favor. I actually endorsed the current number, wherever it's at, but personally, Stacks play today was over 234.5. I mainly like Orlando home games over. Like we never seen this Orlando team play fast before. Like up until recent years, up until this year actually, we always looked at Orlando as like Orlando at home, we want the unders. Orlando at home, we want the unders. Now they're just playing fast, and it seemed like I ain't gonna say they got better without Paulo, but it seemed like they ain't missing the beat without Paulo. Like
I think they done got used to playing without him right now.
it happens a lot.
Yeah, because it happens a lot. So, like you said, not saying they better off without him, but they done got used to playing without him. Everybody know that they can't make no playoff run or nothing like that without him. So, the Magic. I mean, they've been looking good. Spurs been on the road a lot, I think. But like I said, I really didn't dig too much into this game, but I could definitely see an over, especially two non-conference teams getting together. Probably
Spurs off a back-to-back.
Yep, Spurs off a back-to-back. I mean, it could get. I mean, the Magic could pick the pace up here. The one thing I worry about, and I like your over, but the one thing I worry about in this game is Harrison Barnes had 31 points the last game. I don't see that happening again. I know Orlando's been pushing pace, but they can also still defend the basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were, especially last year. That's what they were known for. So I just wonder where some of the scoring is going to come from. I don't know what the Magic team total is, but just from kind of how you put it, I would almost look a Magic team total maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think the Magic could definitely score on them, but I do think in this spot that Orlando could get to 125 and maybe San Antonio don't touch 110. You know what I mean? But I like the over. I just feel like the Magic probably gonna have to carry that boy over.
When I dug deep and scratched off my long list and had this on my short list, and I asked myself, what are the ways that I can lose this? And it's exactly what you said. Like, what if the Spurs don't play their part? And I need more out of the Magic. But the way I look at it is, it's almost the opposite. We look at teams on the second leg of the back-to-back. For some reason, they're still scoring, like they're still playing their part in their scoring. Like, targeting teams on the second legs of back-to-back is no longer a thing. Like, we're going to talk about another team coming up real shortly on the second leg of a back-to-back. So I looked at it like, okay, they just played Memphis yesterday. Talking about the Spurs, they was at the crib. They beat Memphis by 7. Yeah, by 7, 119, 126, I think. That game went over. And I just look at it like I do think that they're going to help. And I'm just hoping. I never looked at the Spurs team total over, but my number was 114 out of them. Like that was the number in my head.
I feel like San Antonio's team total might be like 113.5 or 114.5 too. So
I'm gonna need like 114, 115.
I think it could get there. The Magic definitely gonna score on their ass. I mean,
and that's what I think. I think the Magic gonna score. I think I could see a $125 out of Orlando right now. But I also see it being a back and forth game, and then maybe the free throws at the end when Orlando's up maybe 6. Foul game. Might trickle over, but I like it. I like it enough to post it.
That's what's up. So over 234
and a half, yeah.
234 and a half. Next play on Spurs and Magic. Let's hit the next one. Nuggets Pacers. Pacers. That's wrong. They not laying 8. They getting 8 against Denver. Total sitting at 237.5. Nuggets coming off of that straight up loss to the Mavericks at home, double digit favorite, 131, 121. One of the biggest surprises of the this early week NBA. That was on Monday. Pacers on Monday. The Cavs came in. I was actually on that game. I was on the Cavs team total under, but man, they just came in and just. I knew the Cavs would probably win the game, but I just thought it'd be more of a defensive game. But it wasn't even close. The Cavs came in 135, 119 over the Pacers. So Pacers still, kind of dealing with the same injury stuff. Nuggets got a nice long list of injuries. I know Murray's on the report. Game time decision, from what I understand, with an ankle injury that he sustained in the previous game, which probably leads me to believe that he probably doesn't play because he suffered the injury just 2 days ago. So I don't know, man. It's the Pacers have been a feisty team. They don't quit. The Nuggets, they got Jokic, and that's really it. But 8 might be a lot. The Nuggets ain't trustworthy. But neither are the Pacers. What you think about this one, man?
Yeah, shout out to you. Put me on. I think it was last year. Put me on with Fanatics because I got on Fanatics. I got Jokic triple double and Nuggets to win at plus 115 at Fanatics, and I love that with the Nuggets coming off another home loss. But the thing about it is, they lost like the last 3 or 4 at home, but they won 7 straight on the road. But this Pacers team, like they started off like, I don't know, like horrible. I had them on the ban list. And then it was like, as soon as I put them on the list, like they just started covering and started being an ATS machine. I want to say Pacers was like 5-0 to like the last 5 ATS before the Cavs. I just kept jumping on them and they was cashing ATS. But I don't want to get this Pacer team. Like, I don't want to lay 7.5. That was the purpose of bringing up how the Pacers then turned the season around slowly but surely. And even though the Nuggets are 7-0, 7-game win streak on the road, they're not 7-0 ATS. And Jokic against the East and coming off a loss, so I think it's a good spot for him to get a triple double. I don't think there's really nobody that the Pacers could slow him down, or not stopping him from doing whatever he wants to do. So win the game and get a triple double. I was also like the Nuggets team total over, but I couldn't get there. So plus I liked the triple double with Jokic and the win, Nuggets to win. I like that so much. I didn't want to add nothing else to this game because I really like that spot plus 115. So it's official play.
Yeah, the Nuggets got to be pissed off. They just had. Like you said, they done lost some games at home, lost straight up.
Lost like straight. The Kings beat them.
It seemed like the Kings done beat them. The Spurs beat them. The Mavs beat them. The Mavs are they are the last.
And the Mavs beat them by like 10.
Yeah, as far as offensive, and this is per NBA.com advanced stats, but the Mavericks are the lowest offensive rated team in the league, 30, dead last, and they went and hung 130 on Denver, like
in Denver.
Like they got if they're not mad tonight, I don't know, man. The Pacers it's either gonna go one way. The Pacers gonna keep it close, or Denver gonna beat us by 25. I just don't think there's a middle.
Well, that's why when I was going through the books, that's why everyone always say you gotta have more than one book. Because that was the only book that I had to offer that. Now I'm sure you could probably parlay the money line and triple double, but Fanatics had it as all one category. Like I didn't have to go to one another. It just said Jokic triple double and Nuggets to win. I was like, oh shit.
That's a good bet. Hell of a bet.
Yeah, I'm not somebody who who looks into or cares if he just cashed or if he didn't just cash. What happened in the past happened in the past. But he is just coming off a monster triple double, like 20 rebounds, 13 assists. So, and like I said, I like the matchup against the Pacers. 7-game win streak on the road, coming off a loss, another home loss. So, and I ain't look at the report before we came on here. I don't know Murray's status, so that can help me out a little bit too. I'm like whether Murray is in or not, but if he's not in, it might hurt the assist part. But I like it regardless.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. Prolific, what's up? Bruce Green, shouting out Stacks. All right, let's hit this next one. This one, I got like something's got to happen for me to make a play on this game. But Trailblazers, Cavs laying 11.5. Well, this has got to be old because I think this line is moving a ton, I believe. But anyway, total sitting at 239.5. I feel like this game has the line, the spread move. Let me double check real quick. Double checking this line real quick. Oh, it's still 11.5. Okay. So I gotta look at this game, but I'm just waiting on the injury report. The Blazers' injury report is a mile long, but most notably, Denny is on that report. Now everybody knows how good he's been this season. I think he's an all-star this year, but he's questionable. They're coming off of a loss in Toronto. And if Denny don't play tonight, I'm taking the Trailblazers team total under. I was on it in the Toronto game, didn't hit it. I thought Toronto's defense was super shaky early, so it killed that Blazers team total. But if Denny's not playing, they're not getting 100 points, bro. I mean, where's their offense gonna come from? So that's what I'm waiting on to see if that injury news comes in. You got anything on this one?
Yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger yet because I think I could get a better number. I want to be on Portland. And even though I'm not a trend better, but I like to use the trends to help me out to get to my side or stay off my side. And when we was talking about back-to-back games earlier with the Spurs, and when I started digging, I found out the Trailblazers are 3-0 the second leg of a back-to-back ATS. And they just played yesterday and kept it close and they covered against the Raptors yesterday. And Cavaliers are 3-9 ATS at home. Like, they never cover. That's all we talk about. And I'm like, okay, the injury report, this line going higher and higher and higher. I want to say when I woke up, it was 9.5 or 10. And then it went up to 10.5. Then about an hour, maybe like 45 minutes ago, I seen it was at 11.5 because Denny Avdia might not play. And I don't think this fits the system. I ain't going to say a system, but what we like to play when star player get ruled out the last minute, we like to jump on a team with a bunch of points because I don't really think the Trailblazers got no star. I mean, Drew not playing, so they ain't really got no star, but a Cavs team who never covers at home, and now you want to give me all these points to a team that 3-0 ATS on the second leg of a back-to-back 10-3 ATS as a dog. That's a whole lot of points. So I think I'm going to be on Portland. I think I'm going to be on Portland plus 11.5. I don't think.
It makes sense, too, because I was watching the Cavs-Pacer game. I mean, so before that game, there were some things, I guess some reports of some kind of turmoil, or whatever, a little bit of unrest going on in the Cavs locker room. And they're talking about they need to play harder, Mitchell and Garland not speaking to the media. And so that's when they came out and, I mean, belt the ass on the Pacers. So I'm kind of wondering, do they try as hard this game? Because the turmoil stuff happened before the Pacer game. they come out and whoop the Pacers up real good. I mean, I was watching other shows and watching other picks, and people were taking the Pacers.
I took them.
Yeah. Oh, you took them. Okay. Yeah. So people was on them. I mean, I was on a team total under, so I thought the Pacers would at least be able to play defense, but they came out belt to ass from jump. So it just makes me wonder: are they going to put forth the same effort against Portland? Now that they done, but they also need to stack some wins too. So
Yeah, but winning, stacking wins and winning by 12 is a big gap.
Yeah.
And I think they only get I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be a week, but I think you get like a 1-game bump whenever you have the animosity. You have your one get up spot. I felt like the Cavs used their get up spot, and they took my money when I was on the Pacers.
And
So-
and here's another good thing, like an interesting tidbit. We talk about non-conference games. Well, that game with the Pacers, obviously, it's a totally different team, but it's still a team that put them out the playoffs, and they're still a division rival on top of that. So, yeah, so good look, man. I like it. Trailblazers plus 11.
Yeah.
If I had anything on this, like I said, if Avia doesn't play, I gotta look at that team total under real hard. So I think, and what I think is if there's no Avia and the Trailblazers could keep this within 12 and they still go under their team total, I think 239.
Oh yeah.
I think 239 is too much anyway for the game. So
A whole lot of points.
yeah. All right, another game that I don't have. Well, another game I don't have nothing on. Hornets and Knicks. Knicks laying 9.5. Total sitting at 235.5. I know the Knicks are like a train at home as far as covering and winning, but I found other spots on the board that I like better than this game. So nothing on this one. You got anything on this one, man?
Well, that's good, because maybe you'll have something in later games. I got to something, and this was strictly I wanted to target one person. That was Jalen Brunson. They played yesterday. He had a horrible shooting night, horrible from shooting threes. He only had 15 points. So second leg of a back-to-back. They're like 10-1 ATS at home. So you really don't want to. I didn't want to be on a side. I didn't want to keep riding that trend. I also don't want to stand in front of it. But I'm going to count on the star to have a bounce-back game. Coming off a loss yesterday, so now you're back at home, and you shot horribly yesterday. So 15 points, that's bad for Brunson. I got 30 plus points for Brunson at minus 120. And I do think the Hornets is going to, I do think they're going to keep this a game at least throughout 3. I don't think this is going to be one of them 71-46 at halftime. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think that the Hornets, if anything, I think the Knicks will take off, and get some distance the second half. But either way, I expect, and if it's not, if it is a massacre, I would like to think Brunson playing a part of that. So I usually don't play player props with double-digit spreads and 9.5. I call that a double-digit spread because that means there's blowout potential. But Brunson only having 15 and shot horribly yesterday, and they lost. Now you're back at home, so I couldn't pass it up. So 30-plus points at minus 120.
Yeah, that's a good look. And, I mean, we all know the Hornets and defense don't mix. So, no, I can see Brunson going off. This one I got thoughts on it. I have two thoughts on this game. So this line, I feel like it should be larger. I feel like I might be getting trapped. I feel like this line should be larger. It was 3.5. Then this Chris Paul stuff starts happening. Now it's at 3. I'm thinking if I hear this, it's going up for the Hawks at least a half a point, but it's moved the other way. I want to take this so bad. And I can you talk me off? I've got 2 looks in this one. This is one of them. The other one I feel is Hawks team total over 114.5. So I'm torn, man. What do you think?
I think we thought the same thing because I'm like, if Paul wasn't getting no burn, and then why did the line drop as soon as everybody announced that he was sent home? And I'm like, and even at the open, even if you take that out of it, I felt like this line was real extremely short. Like, why was it only 3.5? Take out the Chris Paul news. Why was it only 3.5?
I thought
Like,
it was like 5.
that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. So it made me think, like, I want to bet the Clippers money line. I feel like that's what the line is telling me. But I got Hawks futures. I do think the Clippers suck. And I'll be so mad because I feel like if you're going to play the Clippers, the spread's not going to come into play. So I feel like if you're going to bet the Clippers, you might as well be rewarded for it.
Yeah, they might as well. I feel like, and I mean, the Clippers defensively just haven't been good. I feel like the Hawks team total over 114.5 might be more appealing. Because I mean, everybody's just gonna try to run on these guys. They old as hell. I mean, they the oldest team in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what teams have been doing to them. So, let me see. Let me go back and look at the Clippers. Their last few games, they gave up 140 to the Heat. They gave up 114 to the Mavericks, who are the worst offensive team in the league. Gave up 112 to the Grizzlies. You know, they're still a little bit offensively challenged without Ja. 135 to the Lakers, 120 to the Cavs, 116 to the Hornets. So it's like 129 to the Magic. So it's like, what could stop Atlanta from not getting to 115?
You're right. That's why I just wrote it down.
I think that might be a look for me. I haven't played it yet, but win or lose, I think the Hawks can score. Win or lose.
And I wouldn't want the Clippers team total over because the Hawks, without Trey, they've been playing some defense.
They have, especially at home. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Hawks team total over 114.5 is a look for me.
That even seems low.
It does. But so does this spread, man. I don't know about this game.
Yeah, everything about this game is just janky. Like the spread, the team total, everything just seems low.
Yeah. Kings Rockets. This is one I don't really have an opinion on. This spread is high, minus 15.5. Total sitting at 230.5. Man, you know, I think the Kings covered this. Man, this is a big number. I know Sacramento stinks, but you know, Jesus Christ, man. I think you gotta look at some Russell Westbrook props. Obviously, coming back playing Houston, he loves that type of stuff, especially on the road. But I mean, I know the Kings ain't good, but 15.5 is a lot. You got anything on this one?
No, the only thing I got wrote down is what you said. I was looking at Russell double. I seen it. It started going down. It was plus 220 when I seen it. I seen it again. It was plus 170. But this big 15-point spread, I don't want to get involved with somebody get a double with a 15-point spread. But I don't know. I like to play him. I like to play Russ though against his old teams, mainly like you said on the road. But I don't have nothing in this game. If anything, I would be chasing Russ for plus money, but I don't want the Kings ever. And I don't mind the Rockets, but I don't want to lay 15.5 with the Rockets.
And I don't know what KD's points prop is, but I could see him going under, especially if this well. You know what I mean? Because I mean, KD not the type of dude that's gonna play more than he needs to at his age.
If it's a blowout, he don't be the first one to go.
Yeah, and let the young dudes play. So, you know, his points under might be a look in this one. Nets and Bulls. Bulls laying 8 at home. Total sitting at 232.5. Nets coming off a win are always a fade, and they did win their last game. Um, First game of a back-to-back for them, 4th and 6. 4th and 6 for the Bulls as well. First game um, off of a road trip, which is typically a bad spot. But man, the Nets after a win are such a fade that I feel like you fade that more than you fade coming off the first game of a road trip. Bro, they are like anytime. Like I mean, I've only won a few games, but the few that they won, they've been awful. The next game, and the Bulls are coming off of first game back home, like I mentioned, but they have lost 4 in a row.
They got swept on their road trip.
They got swept on that road trip. Pelicans, Hornets, Pacers. I mean, you talking about bottom feeders down there, and then the Magic obviously got them on the last game of the road trip. So even though this is the first game back home, man, I feel like this is different, especially with the Nets coming off a win. I damn near think this is a trifecta spot. I haven't played it yet, but I gotta get somewhere on this game. What you think, man?
I agree 100%, and just like you said, like this would be the exception to the rule, but the way they lost them 4 games in a row, and now your first game back, and the only reason what made me entertain it was because the Nets just won. But this Bulls team, like the way they started off the season and the way they are now, like I don't want the Bulls giving up no 8 points. I mean, I don't want the Nets either, especially coming off a win. But I'm gonna sit on the sideline and just be okay with the outcome. But like you said, like the Bulls didn't just lose 4 games. It wasn't like they lost to like the Thunder and whoever else you want to put in the league team, the Warriors and the Rockets and all them, and the Nuggets. They lost to the bottom feeders. Like they lost to the Pelicans decisively. Like, so I don't, even though it's the first game at home, fade the Nets off a win. I can't do it. I couldn't get to nothing in this game.
You know what?
I'll just watch it and be happy with the outcome.
I think I might have just found something. Okay. Bulls first half team total over 61.5. Might be a look. Like we said, the Nets coming off a win. So I think the defense isn't going to be there. They are 6-4. Their opponents are 6-4. Their opponents are 6-4. My bad. When they are away dogs to their first half over. But think about this. On the first half of a back-to-back, their opponents go over their first half team total 4-0. Right? Now, if you look at the Bulls, they are 3-1 as home favorites to their over in the first half. But they are 1-3 to the full game under as a home favorite, which tells me when they're a home favorite, they start fast. That's what they do.
And end slow.
And they end slow. So I feel like the Bulls have been getting their ass kicked. Like you said, we don't know if they can cover this 8. Maybe they cover the first half spread. I don't know. But even if they don't, I expect them to come out and push pace from the jump. That's how they're going to win the game, is by pushing pace. And Brooklyn likes to play slow. So you're trying to speed up. You're trying to pace up, a slow pace team. So I think the Bulls, I know that 61 is a lot, but these Bulls games, some of these games just, if it's the Bulls, the Heat, sometimes these first halves just fly over. And I could see the Bulls getting to 62.
Like it.
So I'm gonna put that on my short list. Bulls first half team total over 61.5. I see it minus 114 at FanDuel, but obviously you want to shop around. Pistons at Bucks. This is another one I've got. I didn't have a look on it until the news about Giannis came through, and so it kind of got me intrigued in this game a little bit. Bucks getting 4.5 at home, total sitting at 229. I'm sure people have probably heard or whatever that Giannis's people are going to start talking to the Bucks about the future, which means he's about to get traded. He wants out of the team. As they're super bad without him, and they're just literally average with him, below average. So I think the writing's on the wall with this team. I just think in a game like this, you're at home, you're a dog. How do you respond if Giannis's teammates? Basically, what you reading is that we're not good enough. So do you bring it or do you not? What you think, Dave?
Bucks plus 4.5, half unit. Bucks money line half unit, and I liked it way before the Giannis news. If you dig into it, this Bucks team owned this Pistons team. Like, I want to say it was like 12 of the last 13. And keep in mind, the Pistons just won the last match. Before that, it was like 11 or 12 straight that the Bucks was just beating on them and beating on them and beating on them. So my whole thing is, like, you add into, that's when I decided to break it up. I was watching the line, and when I heard the Giannis thing, for me, it was like the icing on the cake, because you can look at it in two different ways, and I feel like one of my scenarios got to come through. Either the teammates are gonna go hard, like forget you, dude. Like, we're good without you. Like, watch us work. Or Giannis gonna go crazy to add to his. I mean, we all know who Giannis is, but ain't nothing like go out have a 45-point game when you're about to be on the trading block. Just to remind the people who might be interested, like, I still got it. So I like the Bucks. The added revenge factor. When the Pistons just beat the Bucks not long ago, Pistons didn't, or the Bucks, Giannis wasn't there. Giannis gonna be there tonight with all this trials and tribulation. I like the Bucks. But I don't know. It's either one or the other. It was either 12 out of 13, the Bucks beat them, 13 out of 14, or 11 out of 12. It was one of those three. And keep in mind, like I said, the Pistons just won the last time. So it's not gonna be popular. And it's not something that, like, I wouldn't post this on X, but we're doing a show. This is my angle, and I'm betting both of them.
I honestly, man, I like that, and so I'm just playing devil's advocate because I don't really got a way I'm really going. You see, the Pistons have been getting on by the Bucks, and now maybe. Do you think maybe the Pistons look at this like, you know what? This news means it's shaky. We could push them over damn near if we go in here and lay belt the ass. That could be Giannis's like proof, like, look, I'm right. I need to get up out of here.
Yo, if they get boat raced, we're probably gonna wake up to the news.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if I'm on the Pistons, right, and I wake up this morning, I'm like, man, I don't really want to play. But then I hear that, I'm like,
hey, yo, let's get him out of here.
Yeah, we'll be the reason that.
We'll be the reason that he's leaving. Go out here and beat him by like 26. Just like you said, Giannis gonna be like, see, this is what I'm talking about.
I like the Bucks angle, I really do, and just from watching Giannis play and knowing his mentality, he's not going out there and giving up. He's gonna go out there and play hard. You know what I'm saying?
See, because of your pushback, I'm gonna just play the money line. I ain't gonna do half and half because I don't think it's gonna be one or the other. Either they're gonna get boat race or they're gonna win outright. I don't think it's gonna be a 1 or 2 point game. I think the Bucks are gonna win outright, or like you said, they're gonna get drilled.
Yeah. All right, let's hit this last one. We covered that one real good. Heat and Mavericks. This is another one that I've got a strong look in. don't know yet. Mavericks come into this one off that big win in Denver. So now they're back home, getting 5 against the Heat total, sitting. I think it might have went down a little bit, but it was at 240.5. I was looking at the Mavericks team total under. It moved on me. It was 118. Now it's 117. The Heat, I mean, they're top 5 defensive rated team in the league. Dallas, I talked about it a couple times in this video. Last rated offensive team in the NBA. There's my dogs. Chill out, man. Last rated defensive team in the NBA. I just see after that win, like the Nets, at the Mavericks win, they beat Denver straight up in Denver as double-digit dogs. I don't see them coming home and scoring 118 points. What you think, man?
I don't have nothing in this game. Norman Powell got ruled out. I seen, and Anthony Davis not on the injury report, but I thought I seen he dinged up his little knee or something. He playing, but I don't want this Mavericks team. They won a few games and they covered a few games, but they still not good. And I don't want the Heat team without Powell in there. So I couldn't get to nothing. Full of ball game.
Yeah. I'll that team total for the Mavericks is something I got my eye on because the Heat, with or without Powell, they play defense. So let's get over to some best bets. For myself, man, I haven't played anything in the NBA yet, but I've given you giving you guys my looks. Blazers team total under 113.5 if there's no Avia. I'm looking at maybe the Hawks team total over 114.5, and also the Mavericks team total under 117.5. So those are 3 that are on my short list, and for all of y'all that follow me on Twitter, if I play it, I'm gonna post it. What about you, bro?
I'm good with my best bet. Best number you could get. I love this play. Orlando Magic and the San Antonio Spurs. I got over 234.5. I endorse up to 235.5, 236.5. Depending on when you see the video. I think there's gonna be fireworks in this game. I love this game to go over. So best number you can get. I got 234.5 in my pocket, posted on that. So best bet, Magic, full game over.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. Like, comment. Like we said earlier in the video, we're gonna try to figure out a way that's efficient for us to get more content out to y'all, daily, even on shorter slates in the NBA. So like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, on X. Not sure what the schedule is looking like Thursday and Friday, but I know we'll be back on before either tomorrow or Friday. So
yeah, about to say probably
Friday. So
yeah, I didn't look at the schedule yet for tomorrow yet. So
you know what? I actually got it in front of me. Tomorrow is 5 games. On Friday is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 on Friday.
Okay.
You might be seeing you. So stay up, stay safe, and we out of here. Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bite you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.